How'd that having a switch mid-game?
Yeah, I thought it went fine. When Teddy did go down, obviously we're feeling bad for him, but he's going to be all right in the end run. But no, I felt all right. It's not like I'd been playing right tackle for too long to where I'd forgotten a few things at left. It kind of just picked up naturally. It did feel a little weird at first getting back down into a left-handed stance, but I picked up with things right away. So,
when did you kind of learn how to go down in each stance? What was the development process for you there?
I kind of learned how to get down into a right-handed stance 2 weeks ago. So, that's been the process. Was that whole week when I did move to right tackle was kind of figuring out how to feel my body in different positions from left tackle to right tackle. So.
What was that, short-lived as it was maybe for now, what was that experience like, just having the conversation about moving over there and then trying to get the hang of it on the fly?
It was, G right away. He said, hey, get some kicks at left, when Teddy did go down. I got a few kicks, and it was just kind of, natural as it was.
There's been improvement the last couple of weeks. What do you attribute that to?
Kind of realizing that, we haven't been playing to our potential. And I think a lot of dudes saw that. And once we saw that, how good we can actually play, especially against Northwestern with the amount of points we put up on the board, we knew that we could, compete with anyone in this conference. And, I thought we proved that the last few weeks. But, we got to be able to finish. There's still a few things that we want to work on as a unit. Definitely some things that I want to work on that I need to get better at to be able to, be as good as I want to be.
What did you see from Bryce after, he went to the bench and then he came back? How have you seen him handle the last couple of weeks and then on Saturday when he had to play?
Yeah, no, I was so freaking proud of him. He's my roommate. He's one of my best friends. But obviously when his number was called, he answered the door. He kicked that thing open. We had a sweep play to the right. And, he ended up getting his dude on the ground. He pancaked him. And I looked up at the Jumbotron and saw it. And I was like, there you go, Bryce. So, I was really happy for him when I saw that. So, yeah.
It's tough when a guy's your roommate and you weren't exactly replacing him. Like you kind of were. What did you guys talk about over those 2 weeks?
We kind of just talked about, there's going to be moments where, we're going to be back to playing with each other. We knew that going forward with there could be any chance of, anything happening, someone getting hurt, someone not playing well, whatever it was, we scenarioed it all, and we just said we're going to roll with it. It's just what it is, it's football.
Hey, Turner, what's it been like for you playing a full season of college football, 7 straight weeks? I don't know, mentally, physically, what's that been like?
Yeah, it's been pretty exhausting. Last year it was kind of like that. I think we had like 8 or 9 straight weeks of, season, no off break. And then, before that it was like 2 or 3 months of fall camp. But no, going into this season, we knew it was going to be a grind. We knew that we were going to have 8 straight games. And, it's been a grind, and it's been one of those. But, we're really ready for this challenge next week with Minnesota.
Has it helped you at all to look at it as part of these 3 2-game seasons? Kind of like
yeah. It's when Frost mentioned that, it kind of helped us. It helped me, ease into like, all right, we got shorter segments now going into these next few bye weeks. So.
Turner, is there a difference for you as a lineman or the lineman as a group when the philosophy offensively is run to set up the pass versus pass to set up the run? We've kind of seen it both ways this year. I know you got the hat and everything, but do you prefer one of those over the other as a lineman?
It's just what it is. It's what we need. If we need one over the other, then that's what we're going to do. It's a part of the offense. If we need to run the ball, then we're going to run the ball. It's just the mindset. If we're up with 4 minutes left, we need to chew the clock out. If we're down with 2 minutes left, we need to air that thing out. We need to give Adrian enough time to throw the ball, and that's just kind of how it schemes out to be.
What was your level of concern at halftime with, no points? Did you feel like it was coming? What was going through your mind?
There was no concern from my end of things, and I don't think there was a concern from anyone in the locker room because that game wouldn't have turned out the way it was if defense wouldn't have believed in us. Because if defense wouldn't have believed in us, then the game would have got out of hand from our aspect of things. And defense held up their end of things. Offense got rolling a few times, had a few scores, ended up getting ahead of these guys. And yeah, it turned out to be the game it was.
Ross said he thought guys were expecting to get it done at the end. A difference maybe from the past where there's that what's going to go wrong pivot five. Have you seen a change in that, or did you sense that Saturday, or what's your thoughts on that?
I definitely felt a different kind of energy on the sideline than prior to games. You know, it did have a better energy going into that last few drives. It definitely felt like dudes were locked in, ready for their assignment. You know, we didn't get too hot-headed whenever we were down, and we didn't get too excited when we were up. I thought a lot of the guys that were playing were really even keel with what was going on. You know, even though the chaos of 90,000 fans screaming and yelling after you go up against number 9 Michigan in the fourth quarter, you know, I thought we handled the adversity pretty well, though. So.
What are the challenges of just getting up now for this week after you know the emotional losses you've had and traveling again for a fourth time? I mean, what are some of the mental challenges that you guys face as kind of forgetting about Saturday and moving on?
You know, I don't think there's really any challenge, like any mental challenge ahead of us. It's just, you know, we got an assignment right in front of us, and we got to go do it. We got to go 1-0 this coming week, pretty much. We got to be able to go out and win this game to be able to put ourselves in a good spot moving forward with these next four games after this week.
Is that bye-week loom as kind of a word a little bit, or I mean, is there something that's easier to get yourself physically ready for this, knowing that you don't play next week?
I don't think anyone's focused on the bye week right now. I think we're all focused on Minnesota.
How do you feel like you did blocking Hutchinson?
He's a hell of a player. I mean, I'm gonna say it like it is. You know, he's a quick dude. I thought we had a good game plan as tackles, with, you know, funneling him upfield rather than letting him get inside and move inside, because that's where most of his pressures and sacks came from. But no, that's kind of the message that it was all week, was to stay underneath those guys, let those guys work upfield, and have Adrian step up into the pocket and have him be the athlete that he is. So.
The guy from Minnesota, similar, different. He's a pretty good pass rusher too.
Yeah, he definitely is. I watched a little bit on him. He's a stud, like all these dudes in the Big Ten are. You're not getting an off week with anyone. But no, he's very similar to the way Hutchinson and number 55 played this past week. I'm looking forward to the challenge again. So.
What have you seen out of Ramik these last couple of weeks? Seems like he's really taken off from your perspective.
Yeah, no, I'm super proud of that kid. He's running his tail off. You know, he's playing with every bit of confidence that he has, and I think that we're, as an offensive unit, we're super confident in the way that he's been playing. And he's not afraid to run it between the tackles, and he's not afraid to put it out on the edge. So.
You know, obviously you guys have had some tough times, and that affects the whole team, but Adrian's in such a spotlight, being the quarterback, and has been involved in some key moments there. I guess kind of his bounce back factor, how's he able to do it, and kind of what's your observation on just how he deals with these disappointments?
You know, typically as a quarterback, you don't find them to be very tough people, but he is one tough son of a bitch. If I'm being straightforward, he's the heart and soul of that offense. He's the heart and soul of this team. I believe that he is, you know, the guy to do the job for our offense. And you know, he's a fantastic guy. He's a fantastic leader. And you know, like you said, whenever there's a little bit of blame, you know, he's going to take it, and he's going to take it off the chin, because you know that's who he is. He's a man. He's going to take it.
Do you ever see it working on him though mentally? Just any frustrations, anything like that?
Never. Yeah, I mean he'll get angry at you if you're not doing your job, but you know, at the end of the day, he's gonna love you like a brother. So.
Anything else for Turner?